Braille writing existed when Louis Braille was in college. Braille writing had existed when Louis Braille was in college.
Yes.
You know, guys, I'm going to say something about Braille writing today. You might have been saying the question, what is Braille writing? So today we are going to talk about Braille writing. You know, Braille writing is a writing made for blind people.
No?
Blind people can't see. They can't see. And that's why this writing is invented for blind people. Louis Braille was the person who invented Braille writing. You know how he became blind?
Tell.
No. He had. And now, today we are going to say about how Louis Braille became blind. He became blind when he was playing in his father's shop. When he was playing, a sharp tool hit his eyes by mistake.
Yes.
Did you know this?
Yes.
It can't be a knife. So he was rushed to the hospital immediately. And the doctor said his eye is inflamming. And after some months, his both eyes will inflammate and he will become blind. After some months, it turned out true. His both eyes were burning sensation. And one of his eyes closed. He like this. In his college days, he had a very hard time writing words. Because his teacher only used to say to write words. But he came up with an idea that is very suitable for people studying in blind school France. This school was made for blind people. That time, dots were written in 4 words. The dots were written in 4 words, then they got better and better for blind people. Then they turned into 5 rows, then in 6 rows. They were written 6 dots. And this Braille writing was very useful for the World Wars. Yes. At the World War time, also in Cold War time, people of France were doing war. And whenever a letter came from the officer of the guards, they used to have a lantern with them. They use that lantern for reading so that they can see clearly. And then their enemy started shooting guns. And they used to hide behind a rock. They need to hide behind a rock every time. But when Braille writing came to existence, the enemies could not see clearly and not fire properly on the France. And it turns out this Braille writing was a success. After Louis Braille's death, the Braille writing popularity has increased more for blind people. And people say this is very useful for blind people. The end. Bye.